Check that out. Right, welcome back everyone. We're back out. We're back out today on the same field we've been in the last few previous videos. The reason why we're sticking to this field a lot is because the amount of silver stuff that's come off of this field has been absolutely amazing. We've had Henry II full hammered coins, we've had Henry II halves, cuts and quarters, we've had a Childs from up the top there as well, we've had silver thimble off over the far back, we've had a few Edward hammered coins off here as well. So I'll tell you what, the stuff that's coming up off this field is absolutely amazing. So that is where most of the coins are coming from, is just where that wooden pylon is, halfway down the field this way. And we've done a little bit of it and we've just been working in and out over there. But today what we've done is we've come straight over to the far back, because as you can see it runs up as a slight hill. So we're going to be working from the trees up to the wooden pylon and just back again, just seeing what we can't find and seeing if there's anything over this side of the field, because as you guys know, you just never know until you get over there and test it out. The settings for the apex will be on this video, so keep an eye out and they'll come up throughout the video. But I'll tell you what, I've got the double D Raider coil on, and I'll tell you what, that is a brilliant coil. So right, let's get on. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I will see you at the first. Right, we're on to our first target. Bit of a jumpy one. Right, now what we're doing is we're running it in coin mode, but we've added on up to 20. We notched off the 99 tone, just dropped my glove. Run it multi-frequency mode, sensitivity 2 from top. If you're getting interference, just change the channel. What I'm also doing is I'm ground balancing it every 30 to 35 minutes. I do that just because the ground's all different levels here, so just look, you don't have to, just keeps me peace of mind using a double D Raider coil. And they're the settings we're running in. So yeah, our first target, as I say, is a bit of a don't know, sounds okay now, but then that is the tone that the tiny little bit of hammered coins have been coming up at. So let's dig that out and see what it is. There it is, just a little bit of lead, wasn't really that deep. My wind mic's okay. Ordered a new wind mic, and I'll be getting a new camera soon, so hopefully the quality will just get better. But that's all that was. Dull fault is tiny little bit of lead. Let's carry on. 54, 55, then it went up to the 63, 64s. Bit of that. Just a teeny bit of what I can only say is a bit of toot. Oh well. Alright, as I say, I'm just going to be sticking around this bit, going back towards the bush and coming back over. I've had quite a few little bits of lead so far. You can tell the lead tone with the apex sort of jumps from the 40s into the 50s. Might even jump from the 50s into the 60s, depending on how high it is, but then it sort of jumps. So it goes high numbers, low numbers, high numbers, low numbers. Unless if it's a solid lump of lead, then you're going to get round about the 50 tone. That was just jumping all over the place. Bit of lead-a-rooney. Right, on to our first proper good tone. What I would call a good tone anyway. It's in the high 70s. It's running into the high 60s as well there. Low 70s, high 60s should I say. It's got an absolutely lovely tone to it. Let's dig it out. Right, there you have it, that's what it was. Running up in the high 70s there. But it was jumping slightly. Absolute stonking lump of lead. So it's been hit by the plough. Could have been a big musket ball, but that is really big, that is. It would have been a musket, would have been a big musket that. And if it was, it's definitely hit something and flattened itself like that. Boom. Hey, musket balls. I do like finding them. Go back from the 1700s. Maybe a little bit earlier, some of them. But yeah, don't mind finding the old muskets. At the moment, we're just finding a few tiny buttons, a few bits of the old bottoms of the old shotgun shell bits. That's about it. But we're working it. We're working it slow. Low and slow over this side. As you can see, it just drops down as a hill here, and then it's flat, and then as it just rises back up the top there. Last target, butt on. We're slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. Now, I've had a few of these off here. Door handles. Absolutely solid 88 tone that give me. Really, really high. I knew it was going to be quite big because I always bring the coil back along the tone, so I knew it was going to be quite a big item. So there was definitely a house of some kind on here. Over there, just against a tree in the far corner, a footpath used to run right over the hill that you see over the back there. But that's what the last target was. Drawer handle. This one was in the solid 60s, 67, 68. As it got closer to the top, went into the 70s. Bit of toot. Finding quite a bit of that at the moment. But, as I say, you've got to get rid of all the old junky bits first before you start finding all the good bits. So we're just going to carry on for lunch. This is going to be our last target before lunch. In the 70s. Absolutely lovely tone. Let's find out what that is. Yeah, there was definitely some sort of building or something on this field. I had quite a few handles and now bits of a some sort of a lock of some kind. No doubt no later than probably early 18th century. So I think maybe just up there, there's a house just up there that goes back to the 1800s, but there was a barn set to the side of it which would have been in the second field just there, so no doubt that's all probably coming from there. Right, let's carry on. It's slightly becoming overcast slightly now. Just don't want it to rain just yet. This one was a 34, 35. It was strange, but there's a lump of iron just down there in the far corner. And you just probably see this one just sitting there in the side wall. It's too small to be a coin. There's the shank on the back. Yes, button. There you go. Probably around about 1800s. Could be early 18, could be late 1800s. Who knows? Still, button is a button. Let's carry on. Hopefully it's not too windy for you. I do apologise. Got a new wind mic coming next week, so really nice. 50s into the 60s there. Nice tone to it. Just in front of the coil. Let's find out what it is. See there how high the tone was. I haven't taken it out yet, but I don't know if you can just see that. Just there. Just the edge. Now that looks to me. Can I open it real slowly? Could it be? Oh, is it? Oh, I think it is. Oh, I think it is. It is, yeah. Oh, you get in. Oh, I've got half hammered. Is it half though, or has it just been snapped? Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah, it's a half cut. There you go. There you go. Oh, get in. 4 dots. Oh. And as I say, on this field, I've had all the King Henrys from up the top there, all the bits and the cuts, and boom, down this end. Oh, it's a little bit tarnished, but I'll tell you what, that is definitely 4 dots there on the back. That is definitely a Henry II. Absolutely stunning, that is. Oh, and it's definitely been cut. Yep, it's definitely been cut. Oh, what we'll do is we'll give it a little clean up and we'll put a few stills up, but that is absolutely stunning. King Henry II. What an absolutely belting coin that's going to be. Oh, let's probably the second or third half we've had off this field now, and we've got some more that are going to come up in the next few videos, so keep an eye out. But that, this field is now going to be called the Hammered Hill, because the amount of hammers that have come off this field, and boom, another one today. What a stunner. Right, let's carry on, and I'll see you at the next. I've said that half from just there and all the bits from up there. Now this is why I'm going to be calling this Hammy Hill. Now I'm hoping the wind ain't going to get in the way, but where is it? I see it because I dropped it. Oh, there it is. I just pushed it over. That looks to me as if it's going to be it's hammered. Get in. Oh, let me wipe the front. And that is oh, got to look at the face on that. Who is that? Oh, I think that could be an Edward the First. Could be an Edward the First. An Edward the Second. Oh, that's a stunning little find though, that. Ooh, I think that is yep, that's an Edward the Second. If you look on the side there, see the EDW. That's an Edward, and more than likely it's going to be a second, because I've had a few Edward II off here now. One from over there, one from just there, one from just here. Second silver of the day. I'm shaking a little bit. Oh, what an absolute lovely little find that is. Look at that. Oh, it's got a little tiny chip there in it, but the amount of coins that have come up off this field has been unbelievable. What we're going to do is we're going to stick a steel up, give it a clean up, and yeah, we're going to carry on down this bit then. As I say, I wasn't sure whether much was going to come over this way, but boom, there you go. A full hammered coin, Edward II. Just had that cut half just over there. What an absolute stunning day. Let's carry on, and I'll see you at the next. So far, I'm thinking maybe that the coins all seem to be coming down in that line there as it drops into a gully. But before we stop for lunch, this is going to be our last target before lunch. In the 70s, absolutely lovely tone. Let's find out what that is. Right, so that's what you had that was reading up really high there. Bit of Canaroonie. Just a little bit of Canaroonie. So right, we're going to stop for lunch. We're going to go over there, chill out. Me and the boys are going to grab a sandwich, and yeah, carry on after lunch. We're just going to make our way around this bit really. Try and keep to where I'm finding the coins, which are just up on the slant there. Last tone. Let's get some lunch, and I will catch you at the first target after lunch. Right, on to our first proper good tone. What I would call a good tone anyway. It's in the high 70s. It's running into the high 60s as well there. Low 70s, high 60s should I say. But it's got an absolutely lovely tone to it. Let's dig it out. See there, high 60s. Turned it over, boom. Now this is the second coin, if it is a coin. It looks like one. Yeah, it's definitely a coin. Now this is the second copper coin that I've actually found on this field. All the rest have been hammered, pieces are hammered. That one's a toasty one. Can we get anything off of it? Lean it in the light. No, don't think we're going to get anything off of that. See a little pattern on the back. That's where she would be standing up there. Yeah, it looks like a big penny. Yeah, it's definitely a big penny. But of who? I would say I'm going to go with Victoria Big Penny. Yeah, I'm going to go with Victoria Big Penny. Yeah. You just see the pattern there where the she's sitting down and the shield's there. She's holding the staff. And that is a penny. Right, let's carry on. Just making our way around where the bag is. And got a nice... Well, this one, if you've been using the Apex for a long time, that's a multiple tone there. So there's something else, there's two items there. Could be a bit of lead and a bit of iron. Or I could be totally wrong, but it does. There's a tone just there, and just off the back of the coil there. You can just about hear it. But that's in the 50s. Got an absolutely lovely solid tone though. Sounds like a bit of lead, but I have been wrong in the past. Let's dig that out and find out what it is. Right, so originally, that's what I thought it was. Because it was a kind of like a grunty kind of tone. So I picked it up, wasn't going to record it, but just there, check this out. Oh yes, oh I've got a thimble. That is a thimble. Oh it is, it's a silver thimble. Haha, get in. Oh get in, that's nice. Oh let's give it a quick rub. Oh yes, look at that, that's a tiny one. God, that is half small. Look how small that is. That silver? Yeah, that's silver. Might just be my eyes. No, that's definitely silver. It's just really tarnished. Oh, look at that. Right, let's quickly give that a spray and a clean up. And let me come back to you in 2 seconds time. Right, let's give it a clean up. And I'll see you in a second. Right, so just give it a clean. And it is a little bit of silver. It is another silver thimble. Hey, look at the patterns on that. Oh, that's going to be stunning. As you see there was two tones. There was two targets there. There was a tiny little bit of alley right next to a tiny little bit of silver. And there you have it. What an absolute stunning find. Now, the last thimble, would you believe, where my bag is, literally opposite, right in the tree bit, just over there, and now one over this side. Oh, what a day. You couldn't write a day like this. You couldn't write a day like it. 3 stunning little bits of silver. Oh. Right, let's get a few stills of that. Let's carry on. And I can tell you what, there's going to be a hell of a lot more around here. I'm doing bits of a field at a time. And every time I go back to a different part of the field, I'm still finding bits. So you never give up on a field. And that goes to show you, even when you've got a funny old tone and you're not too sure, dig it. And there you have it. Stunning little silver thimble. Let's carry on, and I'll see you at the next. There you have it. It's an absolute screaming tone there, as you see. Yeah, I had a few of these today. Just one of the cedars off the back of a farmer's piece of machinery. Give you a lovely little tone though. Alright, let's carry on. Yeah, I think I'm onto a medieval lead token. I think that's a medieval lead token. Yeah, I think it is. What's that? Hang on a minute. Is it a medieval lead token? Guys, let me quickly clean that up and have a little look at it, because that, I don't think that is a medieval lead token. It probably is. It's just probably got a lot of pattern on it. Right, give me 5 minutes, let me clean it up, and I'll come straight back to you. Right, now we've cleaned it up. Now at first, I thought it might have been a medieval lead token when I was looking at it properly, but I could tell you what this is. As soon as I turned it over and I saw that little shank bit there, now this bit of lead would have gone up a little bit higher, and that is a lead matrix seal. Now my boy found one about 3-4 weeks ago, a bit longer than that, on a different field, and his was about the 14th century. Now I did look up sort of the online, the old matrix seals. Now I know they go between the 11th century and the 14th century. I might be wrong, but it's round about that period time. But I'll try and get a bit of period of when this one was made. I'll send it to Flo, get a little bit of information back. We'll put a few stills up, but that's an absolute cracking little lead find that is. Oh, what an absolute day. Let's carry on, and I'll see you at the next. Right, onto a really nice screaming tone here. 60s. Absolutely lovely, straight through tone. Absolutely slightly jumping, but the tone itself is absolutely screaming. So let's find out what that is. Now you see there where I was saying it was in the 60s, but then it had that irony grunt to it. Now this is why I always dig them, even though it gives a tiny little irony grunt, or it may let off a tiny little bit of iron. Check this out, because there's a lot of iron in this field. Oh, it's got a hole in it. Because it's got a lot of iron in this field. Oh, look at that. There you go. Oh, it's got a hole straight through it. Huh. Oh, it's a clipped. It's a clipped coin. Huh, I've got a clipped coin. Look at that. Victoria, that one is. Sorry about that. 18. Can't see the rest of it, but look at the way that is at the back there. Someone's made a hole straight through. I was thinking a plough might have done it, but it just looks too clean. Oh, another bit of silver. But that goes to show you, see where the iron tone was, it was going into the 45s and going back up into the 60s. Bit of an irony grunt tone to the back. Bit of iron around here. And as I say, just keep trying to pick out that tone, and there you have it. Absolute stunning little silver off the back of the field. Tiny little hole in it, but I'm not going to complain. That is absolutely stunning. Oh, this field is full of silvers. Oh, what an absolute stunning little find. Right, and that day comes to an end. Right, now I'd just like to really give a massive shout out to me farmer Chris. I'm not going to say his last name, he knows who he is, but what an absolute legend he is. And I'll tell you what, the support he's given me and my boy over the last few weeks, especially being allowed to come on this land that has absolutely amazing stuff coming off it. The amount of silvers, not many coppers, getting a lot of bits of iron, but you're going to get that because I think it's a really worked area. I'm thinking round about anything from the 1100s up to the 1500s, then there was a slight gap, and then it went from the 1800s, and that's it as far as we found. The earliest has got to be the bull's head. But that's our adventure done. We're going to get off home because we're absolutely starving. That's the Blackadder Gladius Spade. That's the Garrett Apex. That's the Double D Raider Coil. There's me messy bag. There's me dirty car. Let's make our way. And Tezza will see you at the next.